All right, having a Coke with Mike Mills, a great golfer and also a great musician. Rockstar's jumped in for this one.
He is a hero of mine. R.E.M's a big hero. I would love to see, do we have any more of the suits? Why did you not wear a suit? Get you a custom golf suit. Your shiny, your sequins and all that stuff.
I should get Manuel to make me a golf suit. They're too hot. It's just too hot.
He could do something with shorts. He could make it golf. He could do the hat, man. You could do, there's so much you could do with it.
It would be very distracting to the other golfers, though.
That's the point.
That's good. Yes, that gives you an edge.
They'd be hitting me with their golf balls. That's what I'm afraid of.
You know, we talk a ton of sports, 9 to 1 every day. So,
Sure.
So I'll get the sports out of the way, but you are a Georgia grad.
No, I wish I were.
Okay, well, you went to Georgia, though, right?
I did go there, but I didn't
You went there, but you're a Georgia fan.
You turned out okay.
Yeah, I think you're all right.
I don't think you need to graduate.
I took an alternate course of study, shall we say.
So they go, over 40 years without a national championship, and now Kirby's got them back to back, and they're going to be favored to win a third consecutive national championship.
That's true.
Just as a Georgia fan, I know you've embraced this, you've loved it, but looking at the schedule next year, you guys are going to be double-digit favorites in every single game. Is it getting to the point like the games are getting a little boring?
No, winning is never boring,
okay.
First of all. And, I've been, between the down years of the Dogs and the down years of the Braves and the Falcons, you never take anything for granted. If you're an Atlanta sports fan or a Georgia sports fan, you just don't take it for granted. Every game is another chance for defeat. And so, no, it doesn't get old at all. And, it's too bad the SEC East is so down. I hate that. I wish they had more competition going into the playoffs. But am I in Alabama right now? Did I say that?
Yeah.
Anyway, but every game is fresh and new, and I worry about all of them.
So you and I played, I think it was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was me, you, Webb Sanderson, John Daly, Taylor Hicks.
Yep.
And John Daly built an R.E.M. playlist and a Taylor Hicks playlist.
Yeah.
You remember that, right?
Yeah.
I never heard you sing a song until we got to, I think, number 6. And there were a lot of your songs, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
And it was Okie from Muskogee was the first one you started singing.
That's the Hag, right? That's
the Hag,
I love the Hag. He's awesome. John's great. When I played with him in Nashville, we had Darius Rucker playing with us, and so the first 6 holes he's playing my stuff. The next 6 holes he's playing Darius' stuff. I said, "What about you?" So he said, "Oh, okay." So he had just done a record with Willie Nelson. So the last 6 holes we heard John and Willie's stuff, which was awesome. Really great, yeah. So that was, John's a great guy, and it was so much fun to play with.
Now, I was just curious why that song, like all out of the blue, you start singing Okie from Muskogee.
Well, it's easy to remember.
Yeah.
I know the words.
Yeah.
These guys dog me out because I'm the guy that likes depressing movies. I just don't like the Hollywood ending. I think they're a little more entertaining, and I think one of y'all's best songs is Everyone Hurts. And that video, the song, it's haunting, but it's beautiful. The inspiration behind that, was it a sad inspiration?
No, it's actually a positive song at the end. It's basically it's telling people that everybody gets down, but don't kill yourself. Basically, it's an anti-suicide song. And so that's the positive message out of it. As far as the video goes, video is super fun. We got to shut down I-10 in the middle of San Antonio for 2 or 3 days, and there were a lot of pissed off truckers, but we had a good time.
Did Bill come up with the guitar riff?
Well, Bill sort of wrote the chords to it, and then I did the electric piano, and that's kind of most of the song.
That's awesome. It's a great song.
It is. Thank you.
I had another question. You go ahead.
If you randomly, though, and all of your years could have one artist play like a personal concert for you and your friends, who would that be?
Oh, man, that's...
Because I'll just throw mine out. Like, I was dying to see Elton John, and I finally got to see him live.
Yeah, me too.
At Caesar's Palace a couple of years ago, and it was fantastic. Yeah. I mean, Elton is still Elton, and he was one of those guys, and I've got some weird taste in music. I'm a rap guy, but also, I love Metallica. But Elton John, there's just something that's peaceful about his music to me.
Right. Well, Elton would be awesome. Getting Bruce to do it would be, just amazing. But there's a band that you may or may not know called NRBQ. And it's short for the New Rhythm and Blues Quartet, but they've been around forever, and they are absolutely one of the best American bands that nobody knows about. And a friend of mine got them to play his wedding, and it was just the most special thing in the world. So, I don't know, I might have to go for the Q for my my show.
If Georgia never won the national championship, hypothetically, and they're still in the drought, and then Kirby Smart came to you and said, Mike, we got an NIL deal, but the problem is all these recruits want one show from R.E.M. They just want this one show. Is there any way, there's going to be a price tag, I know, but is there any way to convince the other guys, like, hey, one show, 12 songs, we're done?
No, they would. They're not sports guys. I mean, Bill's kind of a sports guy, and Peter likes baseball a little bit, but they're really not sports guys. And you know, thank God we didn't need to do it. You know?
I'm not saying
I'm really happy with how it turned out.
Would it be a point to the point where you'd have to go and you're pleading to them, like, look, listen, like this university needs this. This is going to give us a big. So, as a personal favor to me,
you got to be careful when you combine music and sports.
Yes.
I mean, they definitely go together in a lot of ways, and then there are other ways in which they do not.
Yeah.
Besides, it wouldn't be fair to the other teams if we did that just for Georgia. I mean, it's bad enough now.
You start a revolution.
Do a stadium tour.
Yeah.
I did ask you 2 years ago when you finished around with this guy what it would take to get you guys back together, because, you know, touring is where everybody, all these musicians are making a lot of money.
Yeah.
But you told me it would be a massive amount because the money is divided in so many different directions. So you didn't even think it would be realistic to throw a number out where you guys could ever get back together. Is it that same situation now?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I say that I don't know that we would do it for any money at all. I don't think we've never done anything for the money. We wouldn't really want to mess with our legacy by doing that for the money. But if we were going to do it for money, it would take a big old pile, and I don't think anybody wants to pay up that kind of dough for it. So, yeah, it ain't going to happen.
I mean, what did you tell me? Somebody told me Taylor Swift is going to make $1.5 billion off this tour.
That's.
But I mean, I'm just saying, can you imagine from what you've been through that somebody can make $1.5 billion on a tour?
Well, in today's prices and everything, yeah. But her tour, I mean, it's going to cost her several $100 million just to put it on. So I mean, she's not going to clear that kind of money, but.
I think she'll do okay.
It's crazy. Yeah. I mean, the world has changed so much since we quit touring in 2008. It's a whole nother ballgame now, and I don't even want to know. It's just like it's too much work for the brand at this point.
I never go back and watch any of this stuff we do because I guess I kind of lived it. We live it every day.
Right.
When's the last time you went back and like listened to R.E.M?
Well, actually, not long ago, we just put out the 25th anniversary reissue for Up. And I was going to talk to the guy who was doing the liner notes. So I went back and listened to it so I could have a clue as to what I was talking about, because normally I don't listen to our stuff. But I went back and listened to it, and it's a very strange record. It's the first record we made without Bill. So it's a lot of drum machines and things like that.
I used to fall asleep every night. My big song was Walk Unafraid.
Oh, good.
There you go.
Well, so yeah, I mean, it was fun to listen to that record and kind of see the space we were in at that point. But most of those songs were more fun to play live than they were to put on the record. So that's a good sign.
See, he's got the deep cuts. I was more of the commercial stuff, like Losing My Religion, freshman year of college.
Yeah.
I mean, I wore it out. That was back when you could buy the single on cassette.
Oh yeah, singles they call
Yeah. But I absolutely, and I still to this day, I've got it on a playlist, and I absolutely love that song. And I don't know if those songs get too mainstream for you guys, or
no. I mean, listen, you want people to like what you do. You make the music for yourself, and if nobody ever hears it, you still did what was inside you and what you had to do. But however, once you've made it, it's a lot more fun when people like it. And Losing My Religion is a huge hit. We just went over, I think, 1 billion streams.
Yeah.
So or some crazy number like that. So no, it's great. It's always really. It feels good when you know you're touching that many people's hearts, that you've connected with that many people. It's a very cool thing.
Last one for me, there was an Austin City Limits, I think it was Austin City Limits many years ago where Coldplay played, I think, and Chris Martin got Michael Stipe up to sing Night Swimming, and Chris performed it. How do you think Chris is piano-wise?
Well, I actually had dinner with him some years ago where I tried to teach him how to play it.
Because it's impossible.
It's impossible.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not so much hard as it is just very particular the way I do it. It just comes out of me, and I said, don't worry about it. You don't have to play it like me. Play it like you. You're Chris Martin. You can play it any way you want. It'll be great. So I just let him have his way with it.
Last one for me.
Thank you.
What is a typical day now that you're retired? Obviously, you play golf, but where are you living? And when you get up, just Take us through a typical day for
Well,
you.
I don't really have it. I'm semi-retired. I wrote a concerto for violin, rock band, and string orchestra. We are now doing symphonic versions of that. There is a version of something called A Night of Georgia Music with Chuck Leavell on piano and Bobby McDuffie on violin, and rock band and string orchestra that's playing on PBS now. We just got nominated for a regional Emmy.
Congratulations.
I'm psyched about. So that's called A Night of Georgia Music. We'll be touring that at some point. I'm in a band called the Baseball Project, and we write all original songs about baseball. And we're playing here in Birmingham at the Saturn on August 8th.
There you go.
It's a great venue.
So
Have you
that's
been?
what I hear. No, I haven't been.
It's
I've
really
heard
cool.
great. So that's a really fun show because the guys in the band, Scott McCoy from the Minus Five and Young Fish Fellows, he played with R.E.M. for many years. Steve Wynn from the Dream Syndicate. Steve's wife Linda on drums, who's one of the most badass drummers you'll ever hear in your life. And Peter Buck is playing guitar. So we get out there and we play all these original songs about baseball and have a big old time. So August 8th here at the Saturn. Should be good fun.
All right. Having a Coke with Mike Mills, R.E.M. Mike, thank you for the time.
My pleasure. Thanks, guys.
Hey, thanks for watching our video. We really appreciate it. Would you do a couple more things for us, please? Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and you set your alerts so you know when we're live, and always give us that thumbs up.